That first legal drink you had when turning 21. We've been talking about it off air. Young legend, my son Jojo. I can't believe he's 21 in November. Already planning out his birthday party. We're going to turn up in Vegas, as you should. I mean, we danced around with some ideas going different places, but you got to stick to Vegas on this 21st. So we're asking the question, what was your first legal drink, 21 of age? JD, you said?
Liquid cocaine.
Was it a shot?
Yeah.
That is a bad drink.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had that before.
I'm trying to remember who bought that for me. Oh, Joey did.
If you're new to the show, JD actually worked with me 15 years ago as an intern at another radio station. We reconnected here at Live. And I forgot I spent the 21st with you.
Yeah, I wish it was only, I think it was $2. It was a $2 shot.
I think it was $2 to get into the club.
Yeah.
You get a bucket. Sky Lounge, right?
Sky Lounge. I slowly remember someone from the back of the bar just waving at me in slow motion, and that's when the lights went out.
Yeah.
Liquid cocaine. Yep.
Shots. What is it? It's a dark shot.
Oh, do you want to know what's in it?
What's in it?
Jaeger, schnapps, and rum.
Oh.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah.
When you turn 21, I'm buying your shot.
I'm down. I'm so down.
What was your first legal drink,
A
Sienna?
vodka cranberry.
Vodka cran?
Yes, a vodka cran. Can't drink them anymore, though. They're a little too sweet for me.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like my first legal drink, 21, I want to say vodka cran as well.
I feel like that's such the go-to when you're that young. That or Red Bull vodkas, something like that. I just feel like is the go-to.
Why don't you remember?
Huh?
How do you not remember?
I've been blacked out since I was 16. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm like, I also barely remember, so.
Don't
I know when you turn 21, though, there wasn't like a specific pregame
There's
or like.
so much alcohol being thrown at you that I
Yes.
don't even remember.
I know when I was 21, there was like Mad Dog. Horrible drinking, but I feel like when I went to a club that could legally get into, and I went to a club, I think I just like, I'll take a vodka cranberry, you know what I mean?
Yeah, out of a panic.
Yeah.
Just trying to act like you fit in.
Yeah.
You know, you've been here before.
Joey, that Mad Dog drink is 20%
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah. Now we're going to call JoJo to see. Now, what was your guess again, JD? What do you think JoJo's first drink is going to be when I go to Vegas?
Man, I do think it's going to be a Red Bull vodka.
Red Bull vodka?
Yeah.
I see Red Bull vodka as well for some reason.
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free? Okay. There's a difference. All right, Sienna?
For some reason, I see JoJo as a whiskey guy.
I
know-
don't see that.
I don't
Really?
either.
I would be
no.
so impressed if he ordered a whiskey neat.
That means he's been drinking for longer than you think. If he gets
One
a
ice
whiskey.
cube. Just one ice cube.
If you're going to do like an old fashioned, listen, that is my dream. And then JD asked me up there, what's your dream age with your kids? It has always been for JoJo specifically 21.
Okay.
Cruz 18. Gia 15. I can't wait for her quinceañera or sweet 16. I don't know what we're going to do for her. I can't wait till she's a 15, 16, throw the big party. I'm definitely hiring Pitbull for that. Or Baby Bash, either or. But I've been waiting to say, JoJo, let's go have a drink when he's 21. I would love to order him an old fashioned with a big cube. Oh,
You want to know what would mean the most to me is if JoJo from now until his birthday was just like, you know what? I don't really need to drink to have a good time. And then he ends up just getting a mocktail. You know what? I'm changing my answer. He's getting a mocktail.
all right. Cruz, you're up.
I feel bad for you, man.
We're going to call JoJo and say, okay, what's his first legal drink going to be? Okay. I can't believe you've seen my young son, JoJo, grow up on the radio, and he's turning 21 this year. And I was telling the show off the air, I was trying to plan his 21st birthday. We were going to do a Cabo thing, but the flights were too expensive. His birthday's in November. And I was like, why is it $600, y'all? Like for a round trip.
To
per
Cabo.
person to Cabo.
Oh my gosh.
That's not including like the hotel, and I'm gonna obviously pay for him and myself. I'm like, yeah, that's out the picture. So we're deciding Vegas. We're a family on a budget here, single dad here. So we're doing Vegas, and we're talking about off the air. I was like, well, let's talk about it on air. What was your first legal drink? Turn 21, y'all with your family, your pops, mom, your friends. What's that first drink that you went to the bar, you went to the club, and drank? Now, JD, you went on the board and you said
Liquid cocaine that you bought me.
Yes.
Like an idiot.
yes. I happen to know JD a very, very long time. You blacked out that night.
You think?
Yeah.
There were so many people that wanted to get me drunk because, I had done all these events with you guys over the years and I could never go to the events.
Yes.
And then when it got to be my turn, it was on, and clubs were just big back then.
Yeah.
That was the culture.
Back in the days when the clubs were cool.
But now, just get off my lawn.
And then Sienna's was
A vodka cranberry.
vodka cran.
I feel like those are still popular, but I just can't drink those anymore.
A lot of people can't drink that first drink that gave you that first big hangover.
Yeah, I can still taste it right now. Disgusting.
Joey, I want to get JoJo a 4 Horseman. Do you know what a 4 Horseman is?
I've heard the 4 Horsemen. That
It's
is
the 4 whiskeys. It's the perfect drink to get someone who's 21. It's Jim Beam, Jack Daniel, Johnny Walker, and Jameson all in one.
That's a shot.
It's usually the knockout punch. So, like, if JoJo got blacked out, that would be
Listen.
the shot I'd give him.
Are you
at
going
the
to
end.
Vegas with us?
I think I can make that trip.
I think I'm going to send him to your room if you give him that shot and he's throwing up.
It's technically not mixing though, right? It's all whiskey.
Yeah, it's all whiskey. It's the 4 Horsemen.
Then he has to stick with whiskey the whole night.
Yeah, he absolutely has, because that puts you over the edge.
Well, with a pickleback shot.
Yeah, not the pickleback shot.
You don't like the pickleback shots?
No, I'm good.
Oh, I love pickleback shots.
I love pickleback
A shot of
shots.
whiskey with a pickleback? All right, listen, man. We're going to get a hold of my son, JoJo, who's still in bed, and ask him, because we've been playing the guessing game, what's going to be his first drink. But we're asking, what was your first drink when you were 21 legally? We have one of our faithful listeners on the line, always listening in. I gave her the nickname Thick Chonies 7-8 years ago as she auditioned to be on the show. She didn't make it, but she has been a big supporter of the show. We got Thick Chonies on the line, Phoenix. Thick Chonies, what was that first drink you had when you turned 21?
It was a pink,
Obviously.
and I think it was a Dos Gringos.
Dos Gringos.
Oh my gosh, what a throwback.
A drink out of the plunger.
A drink out of the plunger. That's right. They
Yeah.
did those shots.
Wait, what is
at Dos
all of
Gringos? At Dos Gringos, they used to do like a plunger shot.
What is that?
Like you literally take a shot out of a plunger. You can decide what drink you want out of it,
Yeah, and they rim it with whipped cream.
Out of a plunger.
but it's a Caucasian thing.
But the Chonies, you're not Caucasian, so I'm very confused.
Yeah, and at Dos Gringos.
No, for real though, that was the spot. If you grew up in Chandler, that's where everybody went. So it was like the custom thing to do, and my mom wanted to take me, so that's what we did.
I'm going to tell you 2 things that I would never do, sober or drunk. I would never take a shot out of a plunger, first of all. And the second one, I would never do a shoey.
Oh, I would never do a shoey either.
That is
It's
gross.
disgusting.
Thick Chonies, you know what a shoey is?
I never heard of that, but I'm putting 2 and 2 together, and it don't sound pleasant.
What do you think a shoey is?
I'm assuming they make you drink out of a clean shoe.
You know what? Sometimes they're just taking it off someone and putting a beer in it and just drinking it out of the shoe and call it a shoey. I'm like, I'm not,
Cool.
would never do that.
That is something you
No, that's
absolutely should
disgusting.
do with JoJo first 21st. I
No.
could see JoJo doing a shoey without a doubt.
I could see him and his friends
Oh,
getting, yeah.
Once they're drunk, though, like
Yeah.
plastered, yeah.
They'll think it's a, do the shot out of these Yeezys.
Shoey. Yeah, if you chant stuff, people
Yeah.
will do anything.
Oh, he'll earn his nickname in radio if he does that. I'm going to call him Shoey Boy.
Shoey boy.
Hey,
I feel like JD would do it too.
I wouldn't do a shoey.
Yes,
no,
you
I feel like you
would.
would. I could see you doing
A bunch
it.
of guys challenge you won't,
Yeah.
you won't.
No, you guys see who do shoeys, and that's why you're saying I would do one.
I can see it happening.
I'm too OCD for that. It's gross.
Yeah, I feel like, if you have OCD, there's no way you do that.
Absolutely not.
Well,
especially-
plunger, though? That's just as bad.
I know, but they cleaned out the plungers. Those Gringos
Did
used to be
they?
known
Did
for those.
they?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I think if I'm a disgruntled employee or want to mess with everybody, it's like, that's our actual plunger.
Yeah, I don't think they clean those very often.
There's no way in hell. Is
I
there?
forget how big the plungers were, if they were the smaller or the
They
big
were
ones.
really-
Not that
No,
matters,
it was
but
really big. No, they were big.
Can you imagine everyone's in line to get the plunger shot and they can't find it? What do? You go get the plunger in the back. Just wash it out with hot water.
Ugh,
No.
So disgusting.
forgot about the
A
plunger.
little vinegar. A little vinegar, we're good.
A little vinegar. Yeah, just douche it out. You'll be fine. Okay. Well,
Exactly,
Thick Chonies,
exactly.
you survived what would be the 2000s, early 2000s?
Yeah, we'll say that.
Okay, on the board, the pink anatomy shots, plunger shots from Dos Gringos. Thick Chonies, we have to ask you, your faithful listener, you went from drinking these pink shots. What do you drink nowadays?
I don't drink. I'm a wussy.
Atta girl. No, I
Good
like
for
that. I like
yeah,
that.
I don't. I can't hang. I try.
No,
but,
you don't have
like,
to.
really, like for your birthday, I got a little buzz off them little seltzer things. I was like,
What is that, a Celsius?
That's how you know.
what's going on here? Get a little frisky off some water, some flavored water.
It's all good, man. It's all good. That's called
I love
growth.
you guys. I appreciate y'all.
All right, baby. You be good.
You too. Y'all have a great day. And I
Don't
got
tell us
that
what to do.
salsa.
Bye.
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 All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time is now. The time is here on the Dry Hump Wednesday. It's the Morning Mess. Minutes away from catching up cheaters with the Staycation setup plus Post Malone tickets. But real quick, let's call my son JoJo. I'm planning his 21st birthday party. That's right, my oldest JoJo, turning 21, y'all.
Crazy.
We were playing the guessing game, what JoJo's going to have for his first legal drink. And for nostalgic purposes, we were talking about our first 21st drink. I was Mad Dog 2020 from the liquor store. JD was...
Liquid cocaine from you.
Yes, I was with JD on his 21st birthday moons ago. And then Sienna was a sippy cup with what?
A vodka cranberry from Devil's Advocate. R.I.P.
Hey.
Devil's Advocate was that
Oh my
spot?
gosh, that was my place. Ugh.
Let's call JoJo and see what's his first drink going to be.
Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Morning Mess. My oldest son, JoJo.
JoJo.
I've already invited the show to your 21st birthday weekend turn up in Vegas.
Oh, for real?
Yep, they're going to see what they can do and try to make it, buddy. The big question is, JoJo, we've all taken our guesses. What's JoJo's first legal drink going to be? You hit the bar. Pop's taking you to the bar. Order whatever you want. What's your first legal drink, JoJo?
Think getting into Vegas, I'll do my first legal shot of tequila.
Shot of tequila.
Shot of
Ooh.
tequila.
Okay. Any preference on tequila?
The most expensive one on my bed.
Casa Azul.
Casa Azul, ring the bell, Casa Azul. We were a little off. Sienna thought you were going to order.
Whiskey. For some reason, I take you as a whiskey guy just because you're like calm and I don't know, just be sophisticated with a nice ice cube and glass in your hand.
And I said a Red Bull vodka, but I did feel like you're going to be a little baby and end up getting a mocktail.
Never had a mocktail, but it's like I've been had vodka Red Bulls, so it's like, have to change it up maybe.
Yeah, diabetes runs in our family. You want to stay away from those.
Sugar-free Red Bull.
Sugar-free Red Bull.
And vodka.
I co-signed with JD. I was like, it might be a Red Bull vodka. But a tequila, not mad at a great shot of tequila as soon as we touch down.
Well, you got to sip on something. So you have your shot, but what are you sipping on?
I've been always a beer guy, so I like Angry Orchard.
Angry Orchard.
Aren't those like ciders?
Dude, that's a cider.
Okay, we're not doing that. We're not going to do that.
Hold on. You can get an Angry Redbird.
Angry Redbird?
Yeah, that's a fireball in Angry Orchard.
Oh, you take a shot of Fireball and then that?
It's a mixed drink. So you have the
Oh.
Orchard, but then you put a shot of Fireball in it.
And it tastes like what?
It tastes kind of like
Death?
What's the cinnamon gum?
Oh.
The Wrigley cinnamon
The
gum.
Wrigley cinnamon? Ugh, I don't know about that.
It's good, man.
don't know.
I have it on the golf course all the time.
Of course you do. The most Caucasian thing I've heard all day.
He's the one that wanted to have a stupid cider. He's your kid.
Well, he's half white. His mom is white, so that's not the Puerto Rican speaking.
Yeah, why don't you get a Mike's Hard Lemonade while you're at it, JoJo? You want to enjoy that in your hotel
Do they
room?
still make those?
We'll be mixing drinks all night. It's okay.
Bad idea.
That's a 21-year-old thing to say.
You're getting your own room. Okay.
No, let him have that.
Let him have that.
Let him do that. No, it's a good idea. Try them all.
Now, here's what Uncle JD has been trying to do, JoJo, to set you up. We're looking at flights. He's like, here's a Sunday morning flight leaving at 5:30 a.m. Just hit the club, get right on the flight, and come back. I was like, bro.
That's what I thought.
I think it's the move, man. You go straight from the club to the airport because if you end up passing out, that wake-up call is going to be bright when the sun comes up. So I just say go straight from the club, get on the plane,
Throw up on the flight.
throw up on the flight. You have a better story. You come back and you're in your own bed by 8 a.m.
You would really prefer to take the first flight out instead of sleep until noon?
I'm telling you, 1, 2 a.m., we're in the casino, putting 1,000 on black. We win. We go to the club. 3, 4-ish, we leave. And then, boom, we hit to the airport. I got hella money on me. Sleep,
he has a
and
plan.
then I can wake up with it.
Oh, Vegas actually loves to see you coming.
1,000?
Hey, George Clooney.
Yeah, this guy's Ocean 11 thinking he's just going to go in the vault upstairs.
Yeah. We win $5 million. We get a private jet. on the tarmac waiting for us. All right.
Yeah, we're more like the movie The Hangover. That's going to be us. That's more accurate.
Yeah. JD's more like Mr. Chow. But okay, buddy, if you're sure you want to book the early flight out, you have a right to change your mind. Let me know soon.
I got you. It's gonna be a plan. We're gonna be going home with thousands in profit.
Thousands of profit.
Profit.
Oh, Vegas loves this guy coming. I'll tell you that much. All right. All right, everyone says bye to JoJo.
Bye,
JoJo.
Bye.
Yes,
This
dude.
guy has it all figured out.
I'll figure it out. Let him.
Words that have never been spoken in Vegas. I'm leaving with profit.
For real. That's how you know he hasn't been.
Man.
Oh, God. I'm going to have such a good time eating popcorn, watching him just what's wrong, Pop? A little broke.
Who knows? Maybe he'll come out on top.
You never
Who knows?
know.
Oh, no. He's not going to come out on
Coming
top.
out even is winning, so I
True.
hope he breaks even.
He said, I'm going to try them all the liquor. I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. I told you he was a beer guy. I told you he's going to get a beer.
What do you say, Angry Orchard?
Angry Orchard,
What is
yeah.
that? I would never.
Yeah, they're good, but yeah, I just
no.
would not take him for an Angry Orchard.
My son is not having no damn Angry Orchard on my watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't let him either.
No, he's doing a tecate.
Yeah, absolutely.
All them
Okay.
baddies in Vegas, and he's holding an angry Orchard. No, you got to play the game, bro. Let that play out. I
No,
need to
it'll
see
play
that.
out because they'll show that he's a sensitive and caring guy, and they're like,
Nope.
oh, wow, he's
I don't
drinking
know.
Angry Orchard.
I'm deleting Drake music from his phone as well. All right, I digress. Listen, man, we got the staycation set up. We got to get these cheaters off these streets. Sienna, who we tapping in with?
Okay, we're checking in with our girl Bethany. She's going through it. She thinks her man is seeing someone else because he suddenly wants to move out of their place. So,
Okay.
poor
Let's
thing.
do it.
All right, let's catch a cheater live on your radio. Up next, Morning Mess.